Angela Deem wants to become a Hollywood star. Not simply Michael looks to be a cast member from 90 Day Fiancé with acting ambitions. A number of other cast members have previously been seen in a number of films and television programs. The list is extensive, include actors Elizabeth Podcast, who starred in the 2011 television series Homeland, as well as the film Secrets in the Snow, and Jeffrey Paschal, who starred in a number of TV series, including Murdered by Numbers, Death Attraction, and Kidnapped, Killer Couples. Angela has expressed interest in acting and mentioned that she is considering a Hollywood project. Will Angela compete against Michael ilesanmi? After her breakup, Angela has no desire to continue filming 90 Day, The Single Life. She has expressed her desire to leave the show and her intention to become a movie star. Not only has Michael not made any public announcements, but neither has Angela. Since it's now known that Michael enjoys acting, he's keeping his options open for any job opportunity that presents itself. In addition to reality TV, he may pursue parts in films or television shows. Angela will undoubtedly take offense if Michael surpasses her in popularity despite their shared acting career. When they first met, Michael and Angela felt they weren't meant to be together, but for the show, they remained a unit. Through social media and cameos, the popularity for reality TV that came their way turned into a source of money. Because he too dreamed of becoming a Hollywood celebrity, Michael may have considered staying with Angela while he was still in Nigeria. After years of having his visa denied and suffering brutal treatment at the hands of his wife, Michael is finally in the United States. He has a bright future ahead of him, and he won't let his fans down. Michael ilesanmi's runaway story may be a fabrication, according to 90 Day Fiancé. See the biggest holes in his version of the incident. Regarding his runaway narrative, Michael ilesanmi's actions in 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 8 have drawn criticism. In an effort to deepen their friendship, the Nigerian man invited Angela Deem to his hometown after they initially connected on Facebook. Regretfully, Michael's journey to marriage was not without incident. After he got into a physical altercation with a local woman, Angela stopped believing in him. In January 2020, Angela wed Michael in spite of her errors. Nevertheless, the problems in their tumultuous relationship persisted after they got married. The marital issues between Michael and Angela caused them to grow apart. In 2020, Angela underwent 5 separate cosmetic procedures, going against Michael's wishes. Her altered appearance started to cause problems in their personal relationships. In defiance of Angela's requests, Michael returned to social media in 2022. Angela surprised him in Nigeria by destroying his car as a result of his transfer. Angela and Michael decided to give their marriage one last try in 2023 when the latter entered the country on a spousal visa. He only lived with her for 3 months before making the decision to flee in February. How come Michael left Angela's house? Reason behind his escape from Angela's home in Season 8 of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. Tell all. Crisis started when Angela's private investigator asserted that he could find no evidence linking Michael to the crime. Assessment on the Nigerian man's life. He discovered nothing noteworthy, raged over the whole thing, and stormed out of the studio. Michael was following the tell-all filming. Michael and Angela had 4 uncomfortable days together. Michael, though, made the decision to flee. Producers of the show a video clip in which he described what had happened. Following the tell-all, Angela became excessively violent toward him, which made him realize he was no longer able to save the marriage. Briefcase and vital papers, and fled on foot. Who would let him use their phone? His close pals in America, and requested that they drop him off at the bus stop. Pals a one-way ticket and kept his whereabouts a secret. According to Michael's account, his depression resulted from Angela's maltreatment. His account of the events does, however, contain a few narrative plans to flee long before he arrived in America. The date of Michael's story is the most he was with Angela for more than 7 years. Despite being aware of her fury and personality quirks, he nevertheless made the decision to stay with her. Michael spent months with Angela even after arriving in the United States. It's strangely convenient that he didn't decide to flee until after the show was filmed. Michael took hours to walk away. Michael presented his escape narrative as a victory. Claiming to be Andy Dufresne from The Shawshank Redemption, he claimed to have walked for hours in order to get away from Angela. The escape narrative Michael is telling is probably over the top, and it might be a ruse to make fans of 90 Day Fiancé feel sorry for him. He most likely made up the story that he was trekking for hours in order to appear vulnerable. Georgia is an American state with good access to public transit. It's unbelievable that Michael had such difficulty finding assistance. Michael started the fundraiser immediately following the show's filming. Additionally, Michael's fundraising campaign casts doubt on his story. In February, he broke up with Angela. He didn't start the fundraising effort until the very end of the event, pleading with the audience to support him in his fight against Angela. It appears that Michael deliberately bided his time for months to amass a social media following in anticipation of the spin-off's conclusion. By strategically scheduling the event, he was able to raise nearly twice as much money as he had asked for. It's also strange that Michael waited until August 13 to launch a GoFundMe, despite Angela's June warning that he might run into legal issues. Michael requested a phone from someone. Although Michael's escape narrative is quite remarkable, there isn't much proof to support it. Despite having been in the country for 3 months, he did not explain why he did not own a phone, only stating that he used a friend's phone to make calls. Nor did he elaborate on how he had remembered his friend's phone number. It's possible he jotted it down somewhere. But 3 months of carrying it around suggests he had been plotting his getaway for some time. Why had Michael not gone straight to the police station? Michael claimed that after asking for assistance, someone dropped him off at the bus stop. He never did, though, explain why he didn't go to the local police station and file a complaint about Angela first. Had Michael have eluding capture? Was his duty to bring a lawsuit against Angela? He didn't try to sue Angela or call the police. Parody. He telling the whole story, based on his body, be making up a scenario body language. When telling his escape story, he hardly ever looked directly into the camera. Michael made a concerted effort to appear emotional while acting like a victim. Michael appears to have planned everything from the moment he arrived in America based on his activities. Knowing what he was doing, he waited for the appropriate moment and took all of his documents before departing. Even with a 90-day fiancé, a happy ending. Even though viewers are aware that Michael committed a scam, they don't mind since he deceived someone with a reputation like Angela.